Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Brian the Divine Healer here with you, mixing it up as I do, okay? So I just wanted to kind of put some things out here because this topic that I'm going to speak about is it's a very sensitive issue, okay, for a lot of people. Okay, maybe some people don't understand, but I'm here to just kind of bring it to you, okay? So I don't do the AI stuff, and I don't do the scripting, and I don't have a team to work on my shit, you know what I mean? It's just me, right? Me and God. So I'm going to talk about suicide, okay? Shh. It's a very sensitive subject, I know, okay? Maybe you haven't been there, maybe you know somebody that has, but definitely it's something near and dear to my heart, okay? So, old school, right? Write some notes, that's how I do it, right? So I want to just put this out to you also, that you understand the severity of this, okay? Okay, so, last night I was just kind of chilling, right? It was kind of late, right? It was like almost midnight. And then all of a sudden, if you understand signs and synchronicities, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So I was just watching something, all of a sudden something popped up, and then I got an email, right? So the email is from the Veterans Administration, right? The VA. I'm a vet, you know that, right? Word to the vets. And so it was about this thing called National Buddy Check, okay? It's National Buddy Check Week. So as being a military person as I was, you're not allowed to do anything really by yourself. It's called, your battle buddy. So everywhere you go, when you're overseas, you got to bring a battle buddy. So you need somebody with you, okay, in case something happens, whatever, blah, 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 right? It's teamwork, right? So this is kind of a play on that, right? And so the American Foreign Legion started this program. And it's in conjunction with the VA, and it's called, like I said, National Buddy Check Week. Okay, so it's basically a program where veterans check in with other veterans, their buddies, to check on their well-being and their mental health. Okay, really, and it's all in the prevention of suicide, because veterans have a hard time. A lot of stuff, right? Transitioning, coming from out of military service to a civilian life is very difficult, okay? Because it's fast transition, and there's hardly any kind of help to wean you back off. So, like, say you're a civilian, you want to go in the service. Well, they use a whole bunch of psychological tactics and try to get you out of that civilian mode, to get you prepped and prepared to be a soldier, okay? There's no transition like that to get you out of being a soldier into a civilian again, and this is where the problem lies, okay? Because of the training and all the things that we go through, there's a lot of things that we react quickly, because you have no time. 1 second in the military is life or death. Okay, and so a lot of people have a hard time transitioning that way. Okay, so it's basically a program, like I said, to help your fellow battle buddies with mental health and suicide prevention. Okay, but here's some statistics. Right, here comes the Virgo. The statistics. Did you know? Because I'm going to read it to you now. Did you know that in America, every 12 minutes, someone commits suicide? And that just kills me without being a veteran. You can be anybody. Just to lose a life is just devastating, right? So suicide is the 10th leading cause of death amongst all Americans. Veterans, civilians, it don't matter. 10th largest. That's huge. That's a big number, people. That's huge. Okay? So let me break it down with you a little bit further. 18% of those Americans who commit suicide are veterans. 18% of the population, of the suicides, are veterans that commit suicide. Here's another fun fact. Only 9% of Americans, adult Americans, are actually veterans. So out of all of the population, 9% are veterans, but 18% of the suicides are from veterans. And that is just staggering in itself, okay? So, I decided that I wanted to do, my part, since I was gonna be part of that 9%. Yeah, you heard me right. I myself wanted to attempt to commit suicide on 2 different occasions. I really did. Because things were really difficult. Things were a struggle, okay? But I overcame that, right? I sought my treatment. I found ways to have myself handle this awful situation that most people don't succeed successfully in overcoming this kind of situation, okay? So, I took a pledge, right? I took a pledge committing to the National Buddy Check, which is October 16th through the 20th. This is only like 5 days from now, okay? I took a pledge to do this. So I'm going to be reaching out to 10 of my buddies, my Army buddies, and I'm going to do a buddy check. And I'm going to see how they're doing, check on them, and just kind of, I'm not going to ask about, but I'm going to know if they're having issues, okay? But since I was in the Army, I was an NCO, which is a non-commissioned officer in the United States Army. And it was my duty to my soldiers and as a leader to look after them and their family and their safety, period, point blank, okay? So this whole topic is really touchy for me because when I was in the service, I had 2 buddies. We go overseas to Iraq, bang, 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 boom, 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 right? And at 2 different times, they couldn't handle it, and they wanted to commit suicide. So my leader came to me and told me that I needed to watch over these people. 2 different occasions, 2 different times, 2 different deployments. And so I was on suicide watch, making sure my buddy didn't, do that. And so it was very tough. And so with this pledge, being out of the service is still my duty as an NCO because I took an oath. I took an oath for my soldiers and for myself and for this country to be that leader. My resume is phenomenal, but I needed to do this because there has to be some kind of attention brought to this, because if it's the 10th largest way of, and such a percentage of the people are my kin. You're my kin too, but it's different because we were closer. I know you, but I don't know. These guys, I was with them over there 15 months, day in and day out, minute after minute, second after second. It's a little different. It's definitely like a family kind of thing, okay? So I want to take charge. I want to lead the way. I want to lead the way to fight against the suicide. I'm really trying not to break down. You can probably hear my voice, but it's rough. Because like I said, I don't pull no punches. The shit that I talk about on my YouTube, which is a lot of different things, it's experience. It's just not fluff, okay? It's not fluff. So, last night, I took this course, okay? So I took a course offered by the Veterans Administration, and it's called SAVE, S-A-V-E. Signs, Ask, Validate, and Encourage. This is the training that they offered for me to take part in this program to then call my buddies. Some of them are live in person, some of them are going to be on the phone, however. But I'm going to have to be aware of the signs and symptoms and the synchronicities of what they're going through, okay? And the training is phenomenal. I did it, and it was kind of a lengthy process. I didn't go to bed till like 2 in the morning. Because I was doing my studying, right? So I did that. I'm taking the pledge, and like I said, it really helps you identify with the veteran at risk and provides valuable information to help somebody, a veteran in distress. Okay, and so part of this training was understanding the myths about it and the facts about it and the beliefs all about what this is, about. Okay, because there's a lot of misconceptions about how you think somebody's going to act. Okay, because 9 chances out of 10, if you can prevent it the first time, it's never going to happen again. So we're going to try to avoid that process by at least getting to the conversation and nipping it in the bud. You know what I'm saying? So, preventing a crisis before a potential crisis occurs is the key to saving someone's life. Okay, so I want to just put this out. Okay, there's an 800 number. I'm going to leave a link in the comments, so then if you know a veteran that is going through some issues and you think there's a potential crisis, there's an 800 number. I'm going to say it right now. It's 800-273-8255. 24/7. This hotline is a Veterans Crisis Line. And you press 1, you get connected to a care specialist, right? There's also a website. It's www.veteranscrisisline.net, right? Okay. So I even went a step further, right? Because it's just not about veterans, okay? It's called #BeThere, right? #BeThere. Okay, so if you know a veteran that is showing signs of this crisis and you want to help, use that resource, right? There's other resources too, right? Like I said, I'm going to post them up in the comment section, right? And there's also a national hotline. Okay, so if the person that you know, maybe friends, family, coworkers, whoever, that isn't a veteran, that are having these issues and a crisis as tremendous as this is, dial 988. Press 1, boom, you'll get transferred to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. Okay? This is huge. This is big. Because there's a lot of people struggling, especially with the bullshit we're dealing with now. It's rough. Okay? So be there, be square. It's your responsibility, it's your duty, as it is mine, to look out for our fellow brothers and sisters, okay? So can you do that for me? Check it out, right? Like I said, if you know somebody that's showing these signs and symptoms, right, you don't have to go through the training like I just did, but you really should be aware, because sometimes the awareness is too late, right? So 988, press 1, you'll get connected to a responder, okay? So, I mean, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, my friends. I just wanted to put that out. I got a couple more days. I'm gonna go start hitting up my friends, and I'm gonna check in on them, right? Because that's my duty, not only as a veteran, but somebody that cares. I have a huge heart, okay? And I do look out for my brothers and sisters, and they don't have to be civilians. I mean, they could be veterans, civilians, whoever. Your mom, your daddy, your co-workers. It can be rough, okay? So with that just being said, my friends, I just want to leave it right there before I break down into peace and prayer, my friends. Be blessed, be brave, be well, and I will see you again.